right. Well, welcome to the franchise. This show is in shambles. Okay, it is a shambled. Th- we couldn't record yesterday. It was windy in Las Vegas, and when it's windy in Las Vegas, the internet's bad. All right, that's a thing that happens. I guarantee you, if you live in a rich neighborhood, your internet never goes out. I used to in Brooklyn. I would be at home in Brooklyn, and my internet would be horrible, just going out all the time. And then I would go travel up to that apartment building I worked in with all the rich people working in the lobby.
Hmm.
Never ever had a problem with the internet for like 1 second.
Should have moved in.
I think it's a conspiracy.
You should have started
I think the
squatting.
internet companies are prioritizing rich people because rich people bring money to the economy.
Uh, I'll agree with that.
Thank you. All right. We're on the same page
May as
on my
well.
conspiracy theory. I mean, there's no point in arguing. I'm just gonna be a fucking brat about it. Uh
That's a good theory.
listen, we my microphone is bad. I need a new microphone.
I can hear you.
That's great. That's great news. All right. WrestleMania is in 3 weeks, I think, in Las Vegas. It's the
Wow.
first. I can't remember, WrestleMania being in the same town as me, and I'm a grown up. I have a full time job, and I can't afford to go. All
You have to
right.
buy better Wi-Fi.
Well, here's what I'm saying. I'm gonna start the Get Daniel to WrestleMania fund
Oh, that'd be great.
on the podcast. And I'm gonna need if somebody's been listening to the show for like 10 years and they've got a lot of entertainment about out of it, maybe send me to WrestleMania. I'll go with you if you want.
And we'll do a recap. We'll turn it into a podcast. We'll definitely
I
talk
didn't mean
about it.
you. I meant the guy buying
No,
me
I
the
know,
ticket.
not me. I just mean we'll talk. I'll
Yeah.
watch it and we'll talk about it
Well, we'll
afterwards.
do that anyway.
Right. We
We
usually do
like
a
we
WrestleMania
we
recap.
cover the big wrestling events. Thanks to Jack Bulberry, by the way, who left a comment this week. We got him back into wrestling. He
Oh wow.
urged us to restart the Sunday Night Wars.
Oh
That'll never
wow.
happen. Logan fucking hates it. And
You can do it with
also,
somebody else.
I I
You
I
urged
just
me this week do my own stuff. You do your
I
own
just
thing.
kept watching them. I've been watching the old pay per views. I starting from where we left off, just by myself.
That's good. We don't have to podcast about everything. We can just watch stuff. I
I
think I'm going to
know.
start Twin Peaks. I'm just going to start watching Twin Peaks.
Do it.
I am.
We'll talk, even if you could talk about it on Hey, I'm watching
Exactly.
here.
Exactly. That's
It
like the
doesn't need
filter system where we
it
talk about
doesn't we don't
everything that
yeah,
falls
we don't
through.
need to be like Twin He's. Sorry, I was trying to do like a He Swift with Twin Peaks.
Him Peaks.
Him Peaks. That's so good. Oh, now we have to do it.
Oh, damn
Uh
it.
all right, anyway. Um we're talking about Den of Thieves today.
Oh,
All
this is a
right,
real manly franchise.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. There's
Not a
barely
woman
any
in sight.
ladies. Yeah, there's like a stripper that shows up, but that's about it.
You're right.
And
He has a wife, an ex-wife.
yeah, I sort of missed
Gerard
all
Butler.
that in the second movie.
What do you mean you missed it? Like you wish there was more?
Yeah, I was very invested in Gerard's family in the first
Really?
movie. His
That's like what I
daughters.
didn't care about. Every time
Really,
he would
I
like go visit his daughter outside the fence, like, you're gonna do great in school today, sweetie.
you don't understand, Logan. I barely care about action. I do not give a shit about action. Like once they're doing a heist,
That's crazy.
I could be doing anything. I don't care. I want Gerard begging for his kids back. That's
There are
the kind of
movies about
movie
that.
I enjoy. I know, but I'm always interested in actiony movies that have stuff like that in them. That's why I prefer Marvel comics to DC comics. DC, they're all out in space and shit. Marvel, Peter's worried about Aunt May. Like
I get what you're saying, but at the point where the movie's so long, like we could probably cut his daughter out of the.
no, I say cut the heist in half.
You're crazy. This is a wild thing. But this is how I feel about Heat too. I mean, this is basically a Heat ripoff. But the whole Natalie Portman subplot where she tries to kill herself, you can just cut all that out of the movie and it's better, probably.
Natalie Portman's in Heat.
Exactly.
I don't remember that.
She's like Al Pacino's stepdaughter, and she tries to kill
Holy
herself
shit!
because her
Oh, I
dad
do remember
neglects
that.
her.
Oh, see, I like that part,
No, you don't even remember it.
but I did like it.
No, cut it out. It's
No, no,
unnecessary. I get what you're saying. It's fine to like, but it's unnecessary.
I know that it's unnecessary, but it fills out the characters more. If not for that stuff, then Gerard Butler's just like Big Nick.
I love him. I
I
love Big
drink
Nick.
and I fuck and I speak in a slightly Scottish accent, and it's that's all it is. I need him to be fighting for his family.
He can do it some, just not for like 40 minutes of the
Oh
movie.
my god, that part where he sends his wife a text meant for a stripper.
You were so hot, babe. I loved when you did that. That was incredible.
Holy shit. Have you ever done anything like that?
No way.
No.
I like triple check, even when I'm
Me,
sending.
me neither.
Are you lying?
Yeah. No, no, I'm not. But one time when I was oh god, this is embarrassing. I was like maybe 20. All
Mm-hmm.
right. I was so drunk and I wanted to hook up with somebody and it was like late at night and to hedge my bets, I texted five
This
people
is nuts.
in the phone.
That's like just swiping
And
right on Tinder, all of the
right, right.
profiles. You'll
I,
connect at
I
some point.
I texted like five different girls I knew, and instead of like cutting and pasting it and putting it in, I created a group chat thinking they wouldn't see that they're in a group chat. Like I thought they would just get the text from me. And the text said, like, it's been way too long. I miss you so much, or something like that. And so then like I get a text back from a girl like, you sent that text to like five different girls. And I was like, I miss a lot of people.
What do you want
And
from me?
Logan, I hooked up that night.
With how many of them?
Just one, but
Hmm.
one's all I needed. All
Yeah,
right.
you
But
threw
I
the net
but I
out there and you caught one.
but I probably really injured my chances with hooking up with the other ones. With
Yeah, you
the
should
ones
have.
that actually have self-esteem.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Or like you could have been the start of a beautiful relationship, but you fucked it up by like doing all that. If you just
Yeah, good
contacted
point.
one and been like, "Hey, let's chat for 10 minutes and then we can see what's going down." That could have been different.
That's true. I did
But you were
start a
so
relationship
aggressive.
that way once. Yeah, well, I was just drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I was living with Henry.
When you're 20? That's
No,
young.
I must have been a little older.
Yeah, I feel like you didn't even know Henry.
Yeah.
How old were you when
Wait,
you met Henry?
was the whole time I was with Henry with Katie? Because then it definitely wasn't with Henry. I
I
can't
don't
remember.
remember.
Anyway, it was my
But
early
you knew
20s.
Henry later
Yeah.
than 20.
No, but I met Henry when I was like 21. We were
That
at Barnes and
early. I didn't know
yeah.
that.
I started working at Barnes and Noble when I was a senior in college.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's where I met him.
You were there before Henry or Henry was already there?
I was there before Henry, and then Henry's store got shut down, and they assigned him to my store.
Wow. Could have been so different if he got
I know,
assigned somewhere else or if his store never got shut down.
I
We'd never
know.
have the franchise.
It's or
Crazy.
probably, yeah.
Yeah. Who would you do it with?
I don't know. I started a podcast with Nathaniel before Henry, but
Is he in the
Nathaniel
movies as
never.
much?
No, no, we did the Survivor thing, and
I
he
know.
he, he would never commit.
He did for 13 seasons.
That's true. We did do it for a while.
Cook Islands.
Yeah. All right.
Did you all finish Cook Islands?
No,
Didn't even finish it.
no.
That's nuts. Like Big Brother 8. He's
Yeah.
he's on Cook Islands where you're at with Big Brother
We
8. Hasn't even
yeah, we
finished it.
we broke up on the podcast, and I've been chasing that high ever since. Probably the most famous podcast I've ever done.
You think so?
Yeah, I feel like
I
people
think Gray
bring.
Balls probably. That'd be my or Papesy DC would be my guess.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, those
You're
were
one
hits.
episode of that.
Pacey DC, I think we did 3 episodes.
Three. Maybe I only
Yeah.
listened to one. No, I listened to all of them. I didn't know that though.
Hilarious. All right. Logan.
Yeah, Den of
Let-
Thieves.
Den of Thieves. All right, let's talk about it. It's written and directed by this fellow, Christian Gudagast. All right. Are you familiar with Gudagast?
From these movies.
Yeah, well, this is pretty much all he's done as a director. But he's been around for a while. He's been mostly like a script doctor,
Okay.
just like working on shit behind the scenes for like big studios. Anytime they have like 26 different guys writing a draft of like some shitty movie, he's one of them.
Okay. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Good job.
He first got discovered in the early 90s. He and his writing partner, Paul Shearing,
Paul T. Schuring. Show him
Paul
some
T.
respect.
Oh, excuse me, I forgot the T. Paul T. Shearing. They wrote a script called Black Ocean, and it was purchased by Oliver Stone. He wanted to direct it. That was in 1993. He never directed it. It never got made, but
There's a
that
film
got
called
him.
Black Sea. Is that Black Ocean?
No, I think it has nothing to do with that. I think Black Sea might be like a World War II movie or something.
No, it's like guys looking for gold in a submarine. I
Really?
think I watched it because Henry liked it.
I that's the only reason I know about that movie because
Right.
Henry likes it. I think that's why I assumed it was a World War II movie because
I
he
don't think
only
it's a
watches
war.
World War II movies.
I think they're like looking for treasure, maybe. Could be
Great.
wrong.
Love a treasure hunter movie. We covered Into the Blue.
Exactly. We need to do some more. Maybe
Yeah.
Treasure Planet. Is that what that's about?
I don't think that has a sequel.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, that tanked pretty hard. All right, so Gudagast and Schuring, they go on. Gudagast works mostly in movies. Schuring, he's working in TV. He created the show Prison Break.
Okay. Pretty
All
famous
right.
show.
That was a big show. He was the head writer of it for the whole time. And then Gudagast, he finally gets a script made in 2003. He wrote A Man Apart with Vin Diesel,
Okay.
which is pretty bad. And then he again just script doctor shit. But one of the films that his draft makes some headway on, and he actually gets credited on the movie, London Has Fallen.
Ooh, my
All right.
favorite, I believe. The second one.
Right. So he makes a connection with our good friend,
Say it.
Gerard Butler.
Yeah.
And so this starts their relationship. Okay. He writes, he says to Gerard, I have a script for you. It's called Den of Thieves. All right. Now
He says, I'm in. The
he
title
wrote his
alone.
he wrote his first draft of Den of Thieves in 2003. He'd been working on the script for like 15 years on and off.
You can
All right.
tell. It's really
Yeah.
perfect.
And then finally, Gerard steps up. He's like, I'll be Big Nick. All right. And he's like, and that basically gets the movie made. All right. I also read that Christian Gudagast directed some hip hop music videos,
Wow.
but I could not find what they are.
Usually they'll be on IMDb. If they're not,
I know.
they might be lying.
It wasn't on IMDb. I googled the shit out of it. I could not find
That
a
might be a
single
lie.
thing. But I was just gonna say that would, because the script ends up being, I mean, the film ends up being produced by Gerard Butler and 50 Cent. And I would say that would explain how 50 Cent got involved.
Right.
But I have no proof that he directed hip hop music videos, except for a passing mention on, boy, I woke up this morning.
Got yourself a gun?
No, very good. But I just didn't even look at myself in the mirror. I just came on the podcast. So I'm realizing I have like sleep hair. I'm wearing what I wore yesterday. Thank you, Logan. Thank you.
What does the shirt say?
Pixies. This is that shirt I told you I found that I used to have. And then I saw that kid wearing it in Piranha 3D.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He had a tan version.
Right. He had a different color.
Yeah. And
I like
then
the
I
tan.
saw, And
Tank's
then I
cool.
saw this in the store and I was like, I gotta buy that. I missed that shirt.
Oh, so you bought it again?
I bought it again.
Oh shit. Not the
Yeah,
tan. I would have got the tan version.
they didn't have it. I saw it at a t-shirt boutique at Planet Hollywood.
Death to the Pixies. What's that?
That was the name of Pixies compilation after they broke up. They put out like a best of called Death to the Pixies.
Goddamn. I listened to Bob Dylan's first album a few days ago. I didn't know he has
The
like
first album.
well, I was gonna go in order, you know.
Yeah.
Uh he has like songs I didn't even know were his songs. They're like famous songs that I knew that I
He
didn't
did a lot
even
of
know were
covers, Logan.
oh,
So they
that's what
might
he did?
not be. Yeah.
Oh, that makes
Early
more
on in
sense
his
then.
career, his first like two or three records, he does a lot of covers.
Oh, because I was like, this is a famous song. I didn't know this was Bob Dylan, but I guess it's
Like
not.
it
So
might not be, but he also has a lot of songs that are just classics in his
something
own right.
constant sorrow. There was like a couple
Oh yeah,
others. I
yeah.
was like, that's
Man of Constant Sorrow. I'm pretty sure is just a folk standard that he was
okay.
covering on that.
All right, my
Yeah,
bad then.
famously on the soundtrack of "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou."
His version?
No,
Uh, who
another
originally
cover.
sang that?
I don't fucking know. Maybe Woody Guthrie.
Oh shit, that song was on there. Song
Yeah,
to Woody.
yeah, yeah. He wrote that.
Yeah, right.
All right, Logan.
Oh, House of the Rising Sun. What about that one? That was the other one. I was like, this is him.
See, I'm amazed he has a cover of that. I thought that was a song by the Animals. I guess they're covering it too.
Maybe it's his song.
Yeah, see, that's a thing. A lot of people covered his songs and made them hits. Like, the song All Along the Watchtower by Jimi Hendrix?
I think I do. Yeah.
That's a Bob Dylan song.
Wow. So why did that guy make it more famous?
Well, because you added some licks, some sweet licks.
They slapped the bass a few times and that
Oh, yeah.
put it over the edge.
You better believe it.
Fair enough.
All right. Logan, focus.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. That's okay. We have two podcasts to get to today.
Focus. You talking about the Will Smith, Margot Robbie heist film?
I've
It's
never
like a
seen that.
heist film a little bit. I think it's more
Is
like
it?
magic. I feel like I don't know what the fuck's going on in that movie. They're like
Maybe that's why
con
I skipped it.
artists or something.
Fucking magic.
It's not magic. They're to pull a cons, you know.
Oh,
It's not
wasn't
now
one of
you see me,
those.
which we could do. They're
They
coming out
just
with another
announced the
one.
third one. Now you see me three. Now you don't.
That's what it's
Um,
called.
yes,
They
yeah, they
can't do
used.
that. That should have
I
been the
know
second
we've
one.
all been saying that should have been the title of the second one for years now, and now they're making it the title of the third one.
Bullshit. I hate it.
I
But I'll
agree.
be
It's like
there.
it's the wrong one. It's like how Bad Boys 3 is called Bad Boys for Life.
Right. A great call. I always
Yeah,
thought it was weird that the third it's like Batman Begins, The Dark Knight Rises. Isn't that weird? We're just like going off the second movie.
that's true.
It's not the same
It's
thing, but I
true.
always
There's a
thought that
little,
was weird.
yeah, that's a little bit of a First Blood, Rambo First Blood Part 2, Rambo 3 situation.
Yeah, 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 I guess so. And then but we had Rambo in the title going forward in all those movies, though, don't we?
Not the
Except the
first
first
one.
movie. Yeah, except the
Hmm.
first one. But that's the branding.
But that's
Gotta
what I'm
make money.
saying. Batman Begins, The Dark Knight.
But
Dark,
adding Batman in The Dark Knight Rises, he would make money.
but shouldn't the third one be Batman: The Dark Knight Rises?
They probably thought about that, but somebody put their foot down, which good for them because that would suck. Batman: The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, I know. It's a little wordy.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they said drop the Batman, it's cleaner.
Oh, very good. I
I
thought you were
probably
gonna
said that.
say drop the bat, keep the man. That's
Drop
a
the
little
four, keep the
Jeff
one.
Probst reference.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right, good. I gotta watch those new episodes.
All right. Let's. What are we doing? Oh, right. So they finally get the movie made. It's the original cut of it's 2 hours and 40 minutes. So like anyone who says that it's too long at 2 hours and 20 minutes, which it clearly is, they did cut 20 minutes out of it.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You can
Uh,
kind of tell because I feel like the 50 Cent scene where he's like talking to his daughter's boyfriend, I feel like we never met his family before that scene.
nope.
And then suddenly it's just him and his family with, and you're like, oh, okay, something clearly was cut out here. So that makes sense. There's probably more
I'm
instances
I'm
too.
surprised the 50 Cent character is so tight with the Pablo Schreiber.
Pablo, I believe so.
Because he's got Aryan Nation tattoos on him from prison.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what to
Like
tell you.
black dudes are just hanging out with Nazis.
Yeah, it's a good point. That's a little weird.
Yeah,
But I
I
guess you're
don't know.
friends with who you're friends with when you're a criminal.
I
You can't
guess
really you
so.
can't really pick that. You don't
That's
have a
your
wide net,
team.
you know.
Yeah, it's like sports, right? Can't choose.
Your
Look,
teammates are your teammates.
yeah, I got a Nazi on my team. He's on my team.
Yeah. I'm playing with
You know, I'm talking about the Brooklyn Nets a couple of years ago.
oh, okay. Yeah. People really got over that. People love Kyrie now.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, no. People, listen. If you hate Jews, that's no problem.
There was this one guy, Myers Leonard. He
Mm-hmm.
said the K word. You know that word?
Kike.
Yeah, he said that on like a Twitch stream, and he's
Mm-hmm.
not in the NBA anymore. He wasn't very good. He's not Kyrie Irving,
Yeah,
obviously, but
you got to be good at basketball. It's like,
he's pretty good.
if that guy
He might still play.
if that guy maybe violently raped a woman in a Colorado hotel room, then he might have gotten kicked out of the NBA instead of being lionized as one of our greatest girl dads.
Right. Well, he's not here anymore, so we don't have to talk about him. You talk about him more than anybody.
I know
You
because
just love to take
I don't
shots.
want people to forget.
I know. Just
Yeah,
like 9/11.
every time I say something like that, I should go Kobe.
Kobe. Yeah, you really nailed that one from downtown. Daniel from downtown. Another rape joke.
All right.
Bang.
This movie came out January 19th,
I was there.
2018. You were?
Oh yeah.
I didn't see this till years later.
I had a great time in the movie theater. This is the year I was trying to go for like a few months. I was seeing everything. 2018.
Mm.
And then like April, I fell off. There was a movie I missed.
Do we need to do a 2018
We've
list?
done it. We've done it.
All
We
right,
could do a
great.
top 10 of this year so far if you wanted to, but we don't have to.
I don't have it done. I'm
That's
not
fine.
prepared for that.
But I watched Holland.
What'd you think? Yes.
I liked
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Oh my God. Henry gave it a 2 on Letterboxd. I was so disappointed in him.
I know. Same.
Guys, that movie. I don't know why, but that movie has become a marker in my mind. If you like that movie, you get it.
Wow. It's like the
You
Matrix
fucking get it.
Resurrections. You
And
said
if
that about that movie.
Yeah, if you don't like the movie Holland, you've lost the plot.
Yeah. I really liked it.
You've lost it. You don't know what's going on anymore. I don't know what you want out of movies. I say stop watching movies.
You're done. Your license is revoked.
Yeah.
You can no longer watch movies.
Yeah.
Only old movies. No new movies.
I mean, I saw a guy on Letterboxd gave Holland 2 stars, Den of Thieves 2, 4.5 stars.
What the hell?
And I'm like, what are we doing?
That's fucking nuts.
And this is like, it's not like some idiot. It's like a guy who like purports to be a real cinephile and shit.
Right.
Yeah. What do
Can I tell you a thought? We'll talk about more.
We've all lost the plot. Go ahead.
I think that Gael Garcia Bernal, is that the guy's name?
Yep.
I think he's like if Nicole Kidman wasn't married, he would really be her type. What do you think about that? He's like got the Tom Cruise,
short.
Keith Urban stature
he's short with a big head.
Okay.
Big handsome. She likes a big handsome head.
Okay, I can see that. And I just thought they were so good together. But that's just Nicole as an actor. She's just so good. But I loved it.
It's true. I will say Nicole Kidman, anytime
tops.
I'm not like the most attracted to her, like on her own merits. She's beautiful. Obviously, she's fucking Nicole Kidman, but like she always has chemistry with dudes. Like anytime she's about to fuck a guy in a movie, I want to watch him fuck.
Or when she's masturbating alone.
Great point.
Under the covers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she is the best in the world. She's unbelievable.
No, that's CM Punk. So let's. This had a $30 million budget, and it made $80.5 million.
Good
at the box office. All right, it was a surprise January success. Came in at number 65 for the year of 2018. between 12 strong, which
I
I
saw that in the
don't.
theater too.
I what is that? I don't
It's
remember what
Chris
that is.
Hemsworth war film, but they're on
Oh my
horses.
god.
I think
They're on
Michael I think
horses.
Michael Pena might be in it. Yeah, they're on horseback. Pretty
Wow.
cool.
Okay.
I think it came
Uh
out right around this time when Den of
it
Thieves came
did.
out.
It did. I saw that. It like
Yeah.
and it got beat slightly at the box office by that movie.
I watched them both. Yeah.
Amazing. All right, so 12 strong at First Man. That's what it's in the middle of.
Oh wow. First man.
Yeah.
That's good.
So it's between 12 and 1, probably 6 or 7 Den of Thieves.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
A good call.
All right.
I'd give it a
Um
6 out of 5. 6 or 7 out of 5.
6 or 7 out of 5. Wow, that's a high grade because that's higher than the limit.
It doesn't matter. There is no limit when it comes to this movie.
Is I can't tell how sarcastic you're being. Like Den
Not.
of Thieves, some people really love this movie.
I love it.
You do. Like I watched it years after it came out and I'd heard it was good and shit.
Hmm.
It had a lot of positive buzz. But I think in 2018 I wasn't a Gerard Butler guy yet.
Mm.
And then I started slowly getting into Butler. We covered the Fallen movies on here.
How to Train Your
Then
Dragon. He's the father.
Plane came out, and I loved that. Like there was a sort
What's
of
the one you loved? Greenland.
oh yeah,
You loved that one.
that's
I almost
right.
called it Greenberg, but that's a different
No,
movie.
Greenland. Yeah,
Yeah, you like that one a lot.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Trump's trying to make that movie a state now.
Is
Um,
that real?
I I don't want to get into it. Um,
I don't know about that.
but but yeah. So he was like doing a lot of good shit in a row. And I was into Butler, so I was like, let me check out some of his older shit. Watch Den of Thieves, okay? And it is good, but with some caveats.
Of
All
course,
right, it is so obviously a Heat ripoff, and
obviously.
it is so obviously not on the same level as Heat.
I don't agree with that. No, just kidding.
It has a few bad performances.
Who do we got?
Listen, I love 50 Cent,
50 Cent. I thought you were gonna say
but
O'Shea.
come on, 50 Cent's got a death scene in this movie. And it is
I
like
cried.
looking like Shmi Skywalker in Attack of the Clones.
I love. That's our death.
Yeah.
So I'm touched every time he goes down.
I'm not.
I
But I
think
love 50
Pablo
Cent.
kills it. I think Gerard kills it. O'Shea is honestly, I remember liking him more the first time I watched this movie. Watching it this time, I thought he was a little out of his element.
I
But
disagree. I really like
okay,
O'Shea.
that's
Yeah.
fine. Even more the second. I didn't like him that much in the second movie at all. But he's having to do stupid accents. It's not. I mean, it is his fault. We just watched Bridget
No,
Jones where she
he
crushed
is
it.
completely out of his element in that second movie. I'm sorry, like I just don't buy but that was a big problem with me in the second movie where I just didn't believe that character would go in that direction.
Right. Yeah.
It, and so like anytime he's like undercover as a guy from South Africa, I'm just like, what are we doing?
Yeah. And we also make a big turn with Gerard Butler. We make him a bad guy. Or he's doing heisting now.
I know
Didn't see that coming.
that I bought a little bit more, but
He had no money.
also between Den of Thieves and Den of Thieves 2, I noticed that O'Shea Jackson Jr.'s character spent a lot of money on food.
I noticed that too. I noticed that when the trailers were coming out.
I
I don't want
didn't,
to. I don't want
but
to
I
make
watched
fun.
these movies on the same day, and he's a much larger man
Yeah,
in that second movie.
yeah. I know. I noticed that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But let's stick to the first movie.
Goes from an ice cube to an ice blob.
Oh, I thought you might say icicle. I was thinking what other ice things are there.
I didn't want to bring up sickle cell. That's racist.
Oh, I guess you're right. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I didn't bring that up. That's why I only
Yep.
brought up an icicle. Uh,
A nice sickle.
no, an icicle.
All right. What are we talking about? Tell me about the movie.
We kill cops at the beginning. It's awesome. It opens immediately. We're like doing a heist and we have to kill cops. And immediately this movie is gonna be cool, right?
It's cool. It's immediately well shot. I think Christian Gudegast has a really good eye. And it's a bummer that he's only directed Den of Thieves and Den of Thieves 2. Like we can't
Right.
get this guy on another movie. I'd love to see what he does.
We might know. Is
Um, maybe no, he wants to make 5 of these.
that what he said?
Yeah, he said he's already gotten the script written for Den of Thieves 3, and he's got 2 more planned after
He's
that.
James Cameron? I didn't
Yeah.
know this guy was James Cameron. I should have realized by
But
watching his
James
films.
Cameron made other movies for decades before he started on his
Yeah.
fucking stupid
Where's
project.
True Lies?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I want. I want the true lies of Christian Gudegast.
Yeah. I don't know. No, he's going more the George Lucas route. He's just making
Yeah,
Star Wars.
it's
That's all
ridiculous.
he's got, and then he's gonna quit. That's
But all
fine.
right, so the movie looks good right away, and you've got the Cliff Martinez score.
Okay.
Cliff Martinez, he's great. Did the Drive score, many
Mm-hmm.
others. I don't have my phone with me right now.
Okay.
But he's fantastic, and I will say, not on the second movie, and highly missed by me.
I didn't notice, but I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize.
Oh, well,
We're square.
oh, who replaced him in the second movie?
Some guy.
Some guy. Why not some
Mm-hmm.
woman?
Uh,
Are there
do you?
women composers?
Of course there are, but are there any working on these fucking movies?
No. What do you mean? Of
Yeah.
course there are. I can't think of one.
What are you talking about? What about that lady who won the
Tar?
Oscar for
She's fake.
Joker?
Tar
For
was fake. You know that,
for
right?
Tar wasn't even a composer. Tar is a fucking conductor, you moron. But no, the
Joker.
girl from who did the score of Joker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So she's the one.
there's others, but that's the one I can think of right now.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, certainly is a male dominated
Yeah.
industry.
By 2030, we'll have a woman nomination. Has that happened? A woman nomination
She
for an Oscar?
won an Oscar.
She
for
won an Oscar
Joker.
for Joker for the score.
Yes.
Why can't I remember the
Yes.
score? How does the score go?
I don't know.
Probably like some screeching.
Joker.
Joker. I don't remember that. I should have
Yeah,
won, but that's not very original. I thought it was best original score.
she wrote that.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
Well, anyway, we kill the cops, and then the next day we're doing the crime scene. Gerard Butler shows up to look at the crime scene. He eats a
Big
donut
Nick.
off the ground. He's Big Nick. Yeah, of course.
Great name.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's
Probably has a big dick.
basically Vic Mackey from The Shield. I took one look at him. I was like, what? Big Nick or Big Vic? Am I
Wow.
right?
Good call there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Chiklis is a little bit short. Maybe that's how the character was created. He was watching The Shield one day. He was like, I like a character that's like Vic Mackey, but big. Big Vic. No, that's too obvious. Big Nick.
Yeah. Big Vic tired. Big Nick wired. That's like a meme thing.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it.
There we go. So that I love when he talks to that guy and the guy's like, oh, they're like talking about their jackets. My favorite part of the whole movie is Gerard Butler's line reading when he's like, hey, what's up with that? When he's like saying how much he hates him, and he's like, why do you I like you? Why do you hate me so much?
Who's
I
he
just
talking to in that moment?
I don't know, but they brought him back for the second movie.
Oh, that fucking guy?
I
The
loved him.
FBI guy?
I love that guy.
You know who that is, right?
No, tell me.
Nepo baby.
Oh no.
Yeah. No, he's a pretty good Nepo baby. He's been around for years. Jordan Bridges is the actor's name. He is the son of Bo Bridges.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So he's the nephew of Jeff Bridges.
He's the nephew of Jeff Bridges, and he's in a few Jeff Bridges movies, and you'll be like, I know how you got that role.
That's
Yeah.
funny. I like him a lot though in these movies.
But I first saw him on season 5 of Dawson's Creek. He and Dawson made a film together in film school.
Wow.
All right. His character's name was Oliver, and he fell in love with Either Joey or Jen. I don't remember which one.
Goddamn. You love Oliver's. Wasn't the
Oh,
OC
that's true.
Oliver?
That's true. Oliver from Dawson's Creek can't hold a candle to Oliver from the OC.
Well, he's your
What the
favorite OC
all-time greatest
character.
Oliver? Yeah.
Yeah. No Buffy Oliver. That sucks. Or Angel Oliver.
I don't like Olivers in real life though.
There's one on Hannah
Oliver Hud-
Montana.
Oliver Hudson, get out of here.
Kate Hudson's brother.
Yeah, he
Uh,
was also on that same season of Dawson's Creek. I'm pretty sure.
Hannah Montana's friend. She has two friends, a girl and a boy, and the boy's name is Oliver.
Isn't the boy like he was like 40, but he
That's her
looked
brother
like 17? Oh,
on the
okay.
show. Yeah, but good job.
Yeah.
But that's what we got. And then we got the bad guy crew. We got Donnie, played by O'Shea Jackson Jr. I liked your review. Your review was very funny. You want to say it to the listeners?
Kaiser Soze Jackson Jr. Because spoilers for the movie, you think Pablo Schreiber is the guy in charge of this criminal crew, but then it turns out the whole thing was planned behind the scenes by O'Shea Jackson Jr., Ice Cube's son.
Exactly.
And
Drop the glass moment, you know?
yeah, he's a big wrestling fan. O'Shea Jackson Jr. He's one of these celebrities you sometimes will like. You'll be watching Raw and they'll be like, "Hey, there's O'Shea." In the
Oh,
crowd.
like
Yeah.
Vanessa Hudgens, I've
Yep,
seen.
she's another one.
The Culkins, do they like
The call,
wrestling?
absolutely they do. You're nailing them.
And we
All right.
got Donnie.
Who's that guy? Who's that guy? Paul Walter Hauser.
Oh, he's interesting.
Yeah, big wrestling guy.
He should he could play what's our guy that we always talk about? The manager. He could play
Paul
that guy in a
Heyman.
movie. He could play Paul Heyman in a movie.
He really could. That would be good.
He'd do really good.
Mhm.
We've been trying to get that off the ground for a
He'd do
long
really
time.
well, Logan.
I always do that. That's a problem
Well,
that I
I'm
have.
gonna correct you every time because you sound like a fucking moron.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'll get it
that's
right
okay.
one
All right.
day, I hope.
Get it right or pay the price.
Yeah.
Um,
We
Logan.
kidnapped Donnie and we learn about his
Right.
crew because we're like, hey, you know the bad guys. Tell us about the bad guys. I have a question. This is something I noticed. I never noticed it before, but I didn't really like it this time. There's a black cop in the crew. Not that I didn't like there was a I'm fine with that. But
what are they?
the writer, Christian Gudegast,
Yeah,
kept making this guy. And he didn't make him.
N word, N
He was
word.
saying
Right?
the N word. I feel
I
like
know.
I don't usually feel this way about writers, but I felt like he was getting joy out of like having this guy say the N word. He was doing it a lot. He was like, I have a guy that can say it. I'm gonna make him say
I thought
it a
it
lot.
was weird. I thought it was weird too. Like
Good.
when Tarantino puts the N word in a movie a million times, he's like confronting you with it. You know, like I feel like he only casts actors that also take joy in saying it a lot.
Himself.
Like Samuel, well, yeah,
In Pulp
but
Fiction.
Samuel L. Jackson and shit. But or like you hear the N word a lot in like The Wire or something, and it's just like because that's how these people talk.
Right.
Okay. Um, in this movie, you only hear it from this one character,
Which makes sense. He's the black character.
but he's the black cop. Like, why 50 Cent never fucking says it?
That's true too. Yeah.
It's so weird. It's just like, you know, I don't know how to write a black character, so I'm just gonna throw him some N words here and there.
I hated it so
Yeah.
much. It felt like he was just like, I get to like flex this muscle because I got like a black character that I'm. It
was fucking weird, dude.
Yeah, I was not into it, but I'm glad you agree. I was worried to bring that up. I didn't know if that'd be like weird for me.
No, I totally noticed it.
Yeah, I think that the heist is really good. What do you think?
In this movie, it is.
I'm the whole thing. I love when they rob the bank. That's a setup, and then they blow out the tunnels and escape. That whole part when we have like Gerard Butler and his crew outside and with like the trucks, and then we escape through the tunnels. I love that whole section. And then when we're actually robbing the Federal Reserve, I think that's cool too. And all the setup with the lunches. I have some questions about the lunches and stuff, but I think it's so, it's like the town where like the heist is like the main attraction of the whole movie to me.
Blake
And
Lively's the main attraction of that movie. But I also liked them like talking to the Federal Reserve employees when he's like, "That's good advice. I'll take that."
Yeah.
You know, you have to call ahead of time. Like he plays it really well. I gotta say, to me, my MVP in this first Den of Thieves movie, Pablo Schreiber. I think
Fine.
he's an incredibly underrated actor. He's played some iconic roles in his
I don't
career.
know him so well.
I wish I had my phone right
Liev's
now.
brother,
I
cousin, they're related somehow, right?
Are they? If so, I had no idea.
I'll look it up. Oh,
All
oh,
right.
it says it on his IMDb. His paternal half brother is actor Liev Schreiber.
Half brother. Wow, weird.
So it's same
Um,
father.
I think he is a really compelling actor. He brings a different energy to all of his roles, but he always brings it. Every one of his characters feels completely fully fleshed out to me, and he's able to modify it, that how much comedy there's going to be, how broad it's going to be. He really understands tone and matches his performances to the tones of movies.
Mm-hmm.
He's really fantastic. I can't say enough about him. He's Nick Sabatka in The Wire, who's the beating heart of the second season of The Wire,
Wow.
and he's also Porn Stash in Orange Is the New Black, who's a
Oh, I
very
never saw that.
fun villain. And
He was
there's
in
a
First Man this very year.
yeah. What
And
else is
Skyscraper.
Skyscraper?
You
Can
know,
I go get my phone?
yeah, you can go get your phone.
All right, thanks.
I'd hate to take away this role from Henry Cavill because it's like the one we talk about as the one he really nailed. But are you telling me that the bad guy from Mission Impossible Fallout wouldn't be better if it was this guy, Pablo Schreiber?
The only issue with that is Cavill is intimidating physically.
Oh,
I don't
that's
know.
this guy's whole thing. This guy was
I don't.
huge.
He's not. He's just able to sell that. Like
No,
I
I think you're
noticed
wrong.
him. I noticed him in the scene where they're like confronting 50
He's
Cent's
6'5".
Pablo Schreiber 6'5".
Yeah, I was watching this guy. Like, that was my big takeaway. Like, there's not a lot of actors that are this good that are that big.
Wow. I don't know because
Liam 6'3".
he doesn't always play big.
Gerard 6'2". Yeah, this guy's 3 inches bigger than Gerard.
That's wild. I just noticed him in the scene in 50 Cent's garage. He's like really puffing out his chest, and I was like, "You're trying to look as intimidating as these other guys in your crew," but I'm not sure about
Really?
that. Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. I thought he was like the top dog, in my opinion. But maybe that was his acting skills.
That was his acting. I'm telling you.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
no, he's a big guy.
but
6'5".
I do think O'Shea is really good in this movie too. I think he's got a lot of charisma.
Definitely.
We always talk about how nepo babies work better as actors than filmmakers because they have the natural charisma of their
Right.
parents. Um, I think O'Shea working in that bar, you know, just sort of on the fringes of the plot. Like you think he just sort of like brought the idea for it to Pablo Schreiber, but he brought the whole
I
plan.
forgot that the
Yeah.
whole thing. I thought he just got away at the end.
No, and it's really amazing. It is a variation on Heat, but what's interesting about it is in terms of their relationship, you they're the best part of the second movie is their interactions, O'Shea Jackson Jr. and Gerard Butler, because they never had a moment together in the first movie where there wasn't a layer of bullshit between them.
Right. And in the second movie, he's like, I'm living in my car. I got no job. I got to join your heist, man. Let's be
Yeah,
friends. Let's open up about our dad
yeah.
when he was
Tell me
shot.
about that, about how you used to walk to school.
Yeah, and then you learn the rich neighborhoods. I thought that was a
Yeah,
fun
I
story.
thought that was great.
Yeah,
That
I thought
that
about
that was
that.
that was the peak of my enjoyment of Den of Thieves 2 was that conversation between them.
I've had that thought. I used to deliver pizza, and I would go to like some rich neighborhoods, and I'd be like, man, if I wanted to take this place down, I probably could. I'd had that idea sometimes. Maybe I
Why
shouldn't have
didn't
said
you?
that. Maybe I did. I
Mm-hmm.
can't say for sure on the podcast, It'd get me
Mm-hmm.
into trouble. But anyway, we Can we go back to the food delivery thing? If you worked at the Federal Reserve and you order food, are they letting that guy in, or are you having to meet him in the lobby to get your food?
That's a great question, Logan.
Yeah, I had some complaints with that a bit.
Well, listen, in when I worked in the lobby of that building, we didn't even let delivery guys go up to the floors.
Yeah.
They
Okay,
would give
then
me the
this
food
is
in the
bullshit. Then.
lobby, and I would send it up.
All right, then that's probably the biggest problem of the whole movie, maybe. But there're just so many great scenes. The Benihana scene, obviously, we're eating at the restaurant, and he comes and confronts him, and he says,
I
"I don't
can't believe
appreciate
he
you
said.
popping off."
I can't believe he said that restaurant sucked. I've never eaten at a hibachi restaurant that wasn't delicious.
Yeah, that seemed like that guy was pretty privileged to go there. But this place sucks. Come on, man.
Yeah,
The gun range. I love the gun range when it's Pablo Schreiber versus Gerard Butler shooting at the target, seeing who's better. That was
I don't remember
awesome.
that.
It's like, yeah, them like squaring off who's gonna be better.
Mm.
The prom we talked about. Oh, I hated this part.
That was very Bad Boys.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. We should bring
The
that guy back in the third or fourth movie
Yeah, he
to
can
kick
save the
some
day.
ass. Yeah.
That was cool. I like that they did that. The wife, Gerard Butler's wife. This line drove me crazy. She says there's a part where they're like she's packing the kids up to leave him to go get in the car, or
Mm-hmm.
kid, maybe might be one kid. I think it's more because she says, "Wow, great language in
It's
front of the
two.
kids."
It's
Okay,
two.
yeah, yeah. She says in front of the kids, and then she goes in the house to like get more bags, and she says, "Now I'll go get a guy whose cock actually gets hard for me." Like that's what you say after nice language in front of the kids. I'm gonna go get someone whose cock actually gets
Listen,
hard for me.
she wanted to get this guy. All right.
Yeah, I mentioned how his
You know,
cock is soft.
listen, I thought she handled it really poorly with the kids. She says like that kind of language in front of the kids, but I have sympathy for her. I think she's doing the right thing, leaving Gerard Butler. Big Nick seems like he'd be a terrible husband and father, but the way she like waits. Oh, here's what happens: she waits for him to get home just to confront him face to face.
While he's drinking
And
milk, right?
and yeah, and then she does it, and then she says, "All right, kids, get your stuff. We're going to your auntie's. Daddy's not coming. And he's like, "I'll be there soon." And she's like fighting him on it, and she physically beats him off at one point.
She beats him
I,
off.
yeah, yeah, and like Skylar White in the pilot of Breaking Bad. But I thought that she should have just left.
She did.
Left overnight.
They're not in the second movie, are they?
Here's what I would have done. I would have left this while I got that text in the middle of the night. Go to my sister's house, send Gerard Butler a screen
A
cap
pigeon.
of the text that he had sent her by accident,
Right.
as explanation for why she's not there.
And also send it to your lawyer.
Yeah.
And there you go. Case closed. I agree. That would have been good.
Yeah. So she serves him divorce papers. And that's sort of the last we hear about it.
No, he visited her, like her and her new boyfriend. Like
no, I know.
They're eating dinner or something.
That's before he gets the papers, isn't it?
I don't remember the exact order thing.
I'm pretty sure. But yeah, that seems incredibly uncomfortable. And then he goes and he says, "I'm getting divorced." Someone says, "Welcome to the club."
Mm-hmm.
And but in the
Welcome
second
the club,
movie,
inward.
the first yeah, the first time we see him in the second movie, he's like at court, like finishing off the divorce. Like you see him in like family court,
right.
And then in the bathroom, he's still wearing his wedding ring. And he fucking throws it.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah,
really
I
sold
really
that
like
moment.
That.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
Jordan Butler's one of my favorite actors. I mean, we talked about it, but he's so awesome.
Can I say Gerard Butler? He's always been a good movie star. Okay,
he taps into this guy though.
I never really thought he was a great actor. Okay, but there is something about he brings a level of realism to Big Nick.
Well, a lot of it is the wardrobe and the hair and the beard.
Yeah, but also like there's just a pathos where like he just has no direction in his life, and he has like a set of values, but he doesn't always follow them, and he judges himself for it. And there was a moment in the fucking second movie, which I really didn't like overall, the movie, where like he like made me cry.
Wow.
Like I really think he's got something with this performance. He really
Yeah.
he's gotten very good. I'm excited for old Gerard Butler.
Mm.
Like when Gerard Butler's an old man, I think you could put him in a movie like give him a part like James Coburn in Affliction, and he'll fucking kill it.
Wow, I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
That'll be incredible. Um, for his serious work, him and Cruz are going to be competing for Oscars in their late
I'd love
stage.
to see it.
That'd be incredible. Yeah, I mean we love Gerard. Everybody knows it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the we do.
I didn't always. I bet you if you go back to early franchise like me and Henry, you probably hear me talking shit about Gerard Butler.
I better not.
Yeah.
I kind of don't even want to listen.
I've
I don't
really
want. I
turned
don't
a
want to hear
corner
that.
on him.
Yeah. But it was all a setup. Donnie like planned the whole thing. He knew he was going to get caught. He escaped the big traffic shootout. He knew all that was going to happen, I guess. I don't know. And everyone died except for him. He leaves the bar, moves to London, right? Yeah.
Something like that.
Hello, I'm O'Shea Jackson Jr.
Kaiser Soze Jackson Jr.
Right. Uh,
Yeah.
he was doing sort of the Molly voice
Oh
from
God.
Goodman. I'm storming a castle.
Good
Whatever she
job.
said.
Yeah.
Very
All
cool
right.
ending. Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mention what Everlast. What it's like. There's a part where
That's true. He's in the car listening to
one of the
What It's
best
Like
parts.
by Everlast. It's great.
Yeah, that was
Um, I
awesome.
feel like there are a few good music cues in Den of Thieves. Am I
Yeah.
wrong?
No, you're probably right.
Let me see.
That's the other one that I really noticed. But I'm a fan of this movie. I think it's got great action. The heist is awesome. It's got great acting for the most part. Cool characters. I get it's like macho bullshit, but I like a movie like that every now and then. It's fun.
It's a good
It's too
version of
long.
that.
Yeah,
It is too
it's like
long.
one of the best Heat ripoffs ever.
Yeah. All right. I look, I give it a 3
Yeah,
because it's too long. It could be a 4.
could have been longer though.
It could have been 20 minutes longer. You're right. But
I love.
but
Did they
that
not even have that cut out there?
I don't
It
know.
must be.
They should.
Yeah, it must be on the Blu-ray.
Yeah. The
But
Gouda Gast cut.
yeah, the Gouda cut. I don't know. So you're gonna go 3?
Yeah.
I kind of want to go 4.
That's fine. I think that's acceptable. I think it's closer to a 4 than it is a 2.
Definitely.
If I
So
gave
that
out half grades, I'd probably give it a 3.5.
I agree with that. Yeah, this is a 3.5er. I don't think we got any comments on Den of Thieves. So
But but Logan, I don't give out half grades because I'm not some kind of fucking coward.
coward, yeah, that's the word.
Mm-hmm.
Why are they
Yeah.
such cowards? What makes them such a coward?
Commit to a grade.
We view it differently. I don't know. Who's the MVP? Gerard or Pablo? It's got to be one or the other.
Pablo's my guy.
Okay. You know what? I'll agree. So we can go Gerard the second movie. Who's the LVP? I'll tell you who my LVP was. The woman who orders the food I thought was really bad.
What?
Like in all the
What
scenes where
woman?
O'Shea delivers her the food and she like sort of
Oh,
hits on
that girl.
him.
And she's like, hey, honey.
I did not think she was good. So I'm gonna go her for my LVP.
I didn't think she was good, but I thought it was a weird energy to bring to the movie. And
In a good way?
yeah, in kind of a good way.
Okay, that's fine.
So I think I'm okay with her. But I
Go
think that's
50?
a very funny choice. No, 50 he's made of charisma. Like the acting performance
I
isn't
thought he
quite
was like
there.
real somber and like
Yeah, I mean anyone could do that. But he just it's he's 50 Cent. He like brings presence. You
Yeah.
know,
He brought them presents on set?
stop it.
Or you just mean
Wait,
the DVD of the new Steven Soderbergh film?
can I tell you a couple of other actors that were in this movie that I wanted to talk about that you never brought up?
Yeah, Brian Van Holt.
Brian Van Holt. He played Murph, one of the cops. I'm a big fan of his. He's been around for a long time. I watched him on this TV show called Threshold years ago, and he
Okay.
also played Courtney Cox's ex-husband on Cougar Town.
Okay. That's
All
cool.
right, he's really, really good. He could do comedy or drama, and he's good at both. And I also wanted to
Evan
bring up
Jones.
Evan Jones, who played Cheddar Bob in 8 Mile.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, he's
I think he
very
dies
memorable.
here. Bosco. I think I remember him dying. I like Baracho. Maurice Compte. That guy was pretty cool. He played one of the cops.
That guy is pretty cool.
He
You're
had like a
right.
cool like mustache, facial hair get up thing. Louis
Yeah,
Tan, I feel like I've oh, he was the guy in the Federal Reserve at the desk. Louis
yeah.
Tan, he like let him in. I don't know who he is. Oh, he's in Mortal Kombat, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like the main dude in Mortal Kombat, isn't he?
I'm not a Mortal Kombat guy.
Yeah, I think like the new Mortal Kombat that like debuted on Max or whatever.
Right.
I think he's like the main character in that movie.
I remember seeing his name a lot, Louis Tan. And I thought Cooper Andrews was good.
Oh, so yeah, I was considering him for my LVP.
Oh, really? I thought I liked him. He was like at the phones, like looking off like electricity lines and stuff.
Oh, I did like the moment at the end where he realizes he's getting cut out of the fucking heist, and like they show him like getting hung up on in his car, and he's just like, "Fuck."
Yeah. He was
Yeah,
doing it all so well. I thought he was gonna
it's
get it
good.
cut. And then
Yeah.
yeah, that sort of sucked. But all right.
Um, I don't know. LVP. I'll go with the I don't know. Who's Tony Z Zapata?
I have no idea. Kaiwi Lyman.
Maybe I'll go with that guy.
Okay,
All right.
fine.
All right. Anyway, let's get into the second one.
All right.
Oh, can I also
Pantera.
say the movie starts, the first movie, it says 2,400 times a year, 44 times a week, 9 times a day, every 48 minutes. A bank is robbed here. This is the bank robbery capital of the world, Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Is that true? Every 48 minutes, a bank is getting robbed in Los Angeles?
Seems like a lot. But
That seems like very frequently.
also every 48 minutes does not equal 9 times a day. That equals much more
That's
than
a
nine
great
times a
point.
day,
That is a great point. Well, I
right?
guess maybe during only during
Ah,
opening
well, I'm
hours.
taking into account 24
Yeah,
hour
yeah,
periods.
yeah. That's
My
right.
bad. My bad.
Um, I just feel like maybe stop building banks in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
Have
they're
fewer
taking them
banks.
down all the
It's
time.
it's it's too much, you
It
know.
seems like you can't even walk the streets without like encountering people running out of banks, like getting in their car, driving off,
I would plan my route to work. I'm only taking
avoiding
streets with
banks.
no banks.
Yeah, or go the bank way. I mean, I got caught up. There was a bank robbery. That's why I'm an hour late to work.
If I'm
It
ever
wasn't
late for
my fault.
anything in Los Angeles, guys, if you live in
You
Los
know the bank
Angeles,
robberies,
use the
guys?
bank robbery excuse. Be like, you didn't know this is the bank robbery capital of the world.
Yeah, just another bank robbery happened this morning.
Yeah,
I got
I'm
caught up.
sorry. I had to take out some money, and bank got robbed.
Yeah, what do you want?
Then I went to another bank because that bank got robbed, wasn't able to get my money,
You can
and
only take out $500 at every bank. So I tried to
yeah,
do the other bank, and then that was
yeah,
being robbed.
I happened to get there 48 minutes after the first bank, and fucking robbery.
Yeah, and they're just like, all right, fair enough.
Mm.
Have a good day.
All right, Den of Thieves 2, Pantera.
Yeah,
I don't know why it's called Pantera. I
at
only
the
know that as the
location.
name of a band. I think they should keep this up. Den of Thieves 3
Oh, you know why?
take place in Brazil, called Den of Thieves 3 Sepultura. Den
What does that mean?
Den of Thieves 4 Danzig. All right, the Den of Thieves 5 Opeth.
What are you saying?
I'm naming metal bands.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Hmm.
I was trying to think of one. But I looked it up. Pantera is Spanish and Portuguese for panther. That was the name of their crew. They were the
The
Panthers.
Panthers. Why were they called that?
Pantera. So we could have that name for the title of the movie. We thought that was cool. I thought Panera. That was my first thought when I saw the title. Made me hungry a little bit.
I haven't had Panera in a long
We should
time. I
go
guess.
rob a Panera.
Oh
What do you think?
yeah. I want all your supply of Buffalo Blues.
Yeah.
That's my favorite sandwich at Panera.
We're here for Panera's bread, not yours. Don't be a hero. Yeah. We're here for the bank's money, not your money.
All right. So this comes out a long time later, January 10th of this past year. I mean, the year we're in now, January. I mean, sorry, the year is 2025.
The year of our Lord.
Yeah, the year of our Lord,
That's my
2025.
favorite phrase ever.
And Gerard said there'll never be this long a wait between Den of Thieves movies again.
Love it.
He said
Thank you, Gerard.
he had a lot of stuff he was doing between movies, but he loves playing Big Nick. And he said, I'll be back quicker the next time.
It should have ended Big Nick will return in Den of Thieves 3. That would have been so fucking cool.
Yeah.
And O'Shea.
It had a slightly bigger budge, 40 million. It didn't do as well. It made 57.5 million. But the
What
third
was the
film
last
is
budget? Was that the
30.
same? 30.
Yeah, they gave him 10 more. Um, the third film's greenlit already, so they must have gotten a good streaming deal or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Mm-hmm.
I bet this will make its money back.
I would assume they maybe already did through the streaming deal.
Mm.
Like it didn't matter really how well it did in theaters,
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
that kind of thing. This came in it's currently sitting at number 14 at the box office for 2025
Well,
between The Monkey and Heart Eyes.
that's pretty sad.
Yeah, I guess. Um, let's I was looking at the top 10 and the number 3 highest grossing movie of the year so far I'd never heard of. And I was like, how have I never heard of this movie?
What is it?
Dog Man.
I've heard of that. It's animated, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what it is.
It's like a dog cop, I think. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, so Den of Thieves 2 Pantera. Gudagast is back to direct. On the first one, Paul T. Schuring had a story credit. This one he doesn't. It's just Gudagast. He's an auteur. And
Maybe
we're
needed sharing.
maybe we're spending most of our time in Europe in this film. But we start with Butler back in L.A. He's trying to get to Europe because he sees on the news, right? There's like a bank robbery happens in Antwerp,
Right.
Belgium.
Like the diamond exchange. The last movie ends, he's across the street from like a diamond exchange.
Right. He gets a job at a bar. He's like, this is what I do, motherfucker.
And he's like, oh, you guys work across the street at that diamond place? That's cool.
Yeah.
So that's his next plan.
So he sees that happened and he's like, that's the exact fucking MO of the bank robbery that happened here in LA. So he goes to the FBI and he's like, hey, Bo Bridges' son, you think you could get me to Europe? Give me some jurisdiction over there. And he's like, sure, bro, you're my man crush. I don't know. They they made that character a little broader in the second movie. I wasn't sure how I felt about it.
Yeah. But I hope they keep bringing him back. He's a staple to me.
Oh, absolutely. No, he has to be in every
awesome.
one of these. Yeah.
He's like the third star, basically. Gerard O'Shea, that guy.
It's so interesting who came back because a lot of them died, to be fair, in the first movie. So you couldn't bring them back. But the characters who came back for the second movie, the ones that make sense, obviously, Gerard Butler and O'Shea Jackson Jr. But then Bo Bridges' son and that stripper.
Was that the same woman?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know. But yeah, she's barely in it. But you're right.
Mm-hmm. but she's like, I've got you on tape fucking me, all
Oh my
right?
goodness, that was awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna release this, and your children will have an amateur
Yeah,
porn star father.
that's right.
That was epic. I love fucking love that moment.
That's right, you fucking. Uh, I don't know.
What if they're gonna? What if she said like they'll see how you got that nickname, Big
Big
Nick?
Nick.
What if she said that? That'd be cool.
He's just a big man.
Confirmation. No, I wanted confirmation that he's got a big dick. That's what I wanted in that moment. What if it's like an
Well,
ironic nickname? Like you call
could
it Big Guy Tiny or whatever, you know?
yeah, could be, man. He couldn't get it up for his wife.
Oh yeah, true. He has a micro penis, so we call him Big Nick. That'd be kind of interesting. I hope that's not the case though.
There's no way. Why would people know that he's a micro penis enough
He
to
it's
give
like
him that
it's like his
nickname?
brand. He just
That's
talks
his
about
thing.
it.
He just whips his micro penis at
He doesn't
parties.
have
Like,
to whip
look
it
how
out
small
and
this
show
shit
them.
is. Look how small this shit is.
He just makes it known. He's not ashamed of it. It doesn't mean you
No,
have to show everyone.
yeah, he's like, it's the motion of the ocean.
Exactly. That's what people say. It's not the size of the boat.
I swirl it around like a swizzle stick.
Yeah. All right,
Mhm.
that's enough of that.
Okay.
Uh, did you like hearing Gerard? This was so amazing to me. So Gerard Butler's playing American, and he's dealing with these European people. So and they're like, croissant. You want a croissant? And
Yeah.
he says he's trying to say it American, so he like does his best, but he says it.
Croissant.
He says croissant, which is
Yeah,
not how anyone in it. But he tries to say it's stupid because like that's the joke.
I
But he
know.
doesn't. He's saying it overly stupid. It was unbelievable.
He does come across like a moron.
Croissant.
He tells a couple of French people, you know, your food sucks. And I'm like,
Yeah.
it's French. That's the best food in the world.
You think so?
Yes.
Not Italy?
They're up there.
I like Italian food or Mexican food. That's pretty good shit too.
Listen, all great foods.
Yeah, there's a lot of good
French.
food.
That's where the best food is.
What, you ever been?
No, but I've eaten at a lot of French restaurants.
Oh, oh. I wouldn't go to France now that Final Destination. They were on their way to France when that plane crashed. That scared me off of France. I'll never go. Did you like the scene where we're on the motor scooters? It's like Donnie and Ice Cube. Or by the way, he looks just like his father now, doesn't he?
Oh, well, now that he's gotten really fat, he looks just like his father. Yeah.
It's hard to watch. He looks so much like him.
Yeah.
But I like that scene where they're on the motor scooters, like hanging out. That was very fun. You really bought them as friends, but then there's the twist where
Yeah.
he like
It looked,
set
you
him
know,
up.
that looked like it was a good day.
I don't get it.
I'm referencing the classic Ice Cube song, It Was a Good Day.
Oh, I thought you're making a Die Hard joke.
No, no.
Good day to die
Are
hard.
you gonna play that at the end of the episode now? Because I reference.
No, I was gonna do what it's like.
Oh, that's fine.
That was gonna be. But I like that motor scooter for it. That was cute. But I didn't like they start tripping on drugs at one point. I hate in a movie when we get like a drug tripping scene. That's like
Yeah,
my
I
least
don't love
favorite
that either.
thing in movies. But we got that here. And then they eat shawarma and they tell us all about my dad. He worked behind the counter and got shot. And so I decided I'll be a cop and try to track down the bad guys.
Enough with shawarma. You can't reference shawarma. Like they brought it up. Like, you like shawarma? I'm not sure. Let's try it. We did it. It's that move.
Can't do
That
it.
food is the Avengers territory. You cannot do that in big action movies now. Sorry.
Josh claimed it.
He did. But that scene was great. That's the best scene in the whole movie.
Really? That was your best?
Yeah.
That was like a point where you could probably cut this, but
See, you want to cut all the shit I like.
no, I don't want to cut it. I'm just saying you probably could have, and nothing would change. I don't feel like I learned that. Like it was nice. I just didn't think that O'Shea's acting was that good. I thought that Gerard was walking him around the table
I agreed.
in the
But
acting
the
department.
heart of this movie is the relationship that develops between Big Nick and Donnie. All right. And
Yeah.
and that scene really pushes that forward. Like that whole night, honestly, starting at the bar where they're drinking and Gerard hits on that girl and
Oh
her
yeah,
ex.
the boss.
Yeah. And then when they go out after that and Gerard tells, they like reminisce about like growing up near each other in Los Angeles. They start like referencing like very specific places, like food
Yeah.
places. Oh yeah, I had this the fucking sandwich all the time,
Oh, I
and
went to In-N-Out one
yeah,
time.
it wasn't In and Out. It was like some place
I
on
just
the
know that's
corner.
in Los Angeles.
Yeah, but that whole thing leading up to O'Shea's story of like walking to the rich people's school and his mom, having a Nerf hoop for them to share
Mm,
at Christmas. Like I was
I've had
so
that.
invested in all that. Like I loved all that stuff. And then like we go do the heist and I am bored out of my mind.
The heist was not good in this movie. I did not care. Like the setup wasn't good, and the whole thing where he like there's the second crew, like the octopus crew, whatever it was. They're
Yeah.
after they like take him into the middle of the ocean. I was
Oh
so bored by
yeah,
all of
yeah.
that. That was
I
so
I did
stupid.
like the part where they get dropped in the ocean. That was all right.
But it was still like just cut all that octopus shit out, and then they
No,
save
I'm
their
with you.
lives. They're like about to die, and then the octopus crew
Yeah,
jump in and
they
save
set up
them.
the octopus crew as like the new crew at the end of the movie.
Yeah, they're our new pals.
Yeah,
I don't know. I was not into that.
yeah. I'm with you. I was like there. So honestly, like I there was a point in the movie where Gerard hadn't yet met up with O'Shea, and I was doing a thing where when Gerard was on screen, I was paying attention, and then when we'd cut to O'Shea in Europe, I would pick up my phone and start working on a crossword.
Oh no.
All
It's a
right, I
bad
was
sign.
so fucking bored by all the Europe stuff, and then they got me back when Gerard was there.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
the heist, this movie is 5 minutes longer than the already 2 hour and 20 minute first movie, and the heist feels like it goes on fucking forever, and I'm never interested in it. I don't care how it's gonna go. uh I just totally disengaged from the movie
Yeah.
until it got to the point where it turned out Gerard was
Selling
gonna
them
turn them
out.
in. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And I didn't think any of the new people, like they didn't have one new character that was like, oh yeah, that character is cool.
None of them popped for me. And
None.
it was like
They should have
at the
cast
end.
one person we knew too, right? Like cast one person.
Yeah, it's all European actors. But he busts O'Shea out of prison at the end of the movie.
That
It
was kind of
reminded me
cool.
very much of Fast and the Furious. This whole movie reminded me of Fast and the Furious. It's like now O'Shea Jackson Jr. is like Vin Diesel, and Gerard Butler is Paul Walker.
Right.
Um, but they he does send him a text like the rest of the cats are out of the cage, meaning like he also busted all the other panthers out of prison. And I'm like, that makes sense on some level, because it would be an asshole move for him to like, he like fucked that one girl, like sent her to prison. But like at the same time, like I wasn't like, oh good, they'll be in the next movie.
Right. I want new
I
people.
don't care about them at all.
I want the formula to be we can have O'Shea and Gerard and then a new cast next time. That's what
Yeah,
I would much prefer that. None of,
same.
I thought the woman, our main girl, the boss was cool. Is she Evan Ahmad? Even Ahmad? Cleopatra, they kept calling her, yeah. She was cool somewhat.
She was okay. She was certainly the best of them. But I might have only been invested in her because she had a thing for Big Nick.
And she was very attractive. But I think
She was I.
listen to that. I would go LVP actually, the guy in the crew, the second guy, Slavko.
Yeah, sucked.
Salvatore Esposito. I thought that guy sucked. Her
I'm with
boyfriend
you.
was much cooler. Marco Dino Kelly. That guy
Yeah, and
added
I didn't love him, but he at least had a few
he was a
moments.
danger in the movie though. Like he added a danger
Yeah,
element because he was didn't
yeah.
like Gerard. The other guy I just found so boring. They just cast him for his look. It seemed like, but I don't know
You know what I hated
what.
at the end of the movie when Gerard Butler sends O'Shea that text and says a tiger really can change his stripes. And I was like, that's good. But then there was another part of the text. He said, "See you soon," and he wrote a C and a U.
No way.
He didn't spell it out. They
That's
showed his phone.
horrible.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't. This is like a really important text he's sending. It's like that is meant to really mean a lot to that person. Why
See
you
you
can't just
soon.
type out "see you"?
There's not almost nothing I hate more than when characters do that shit. I like the one part in the first film when he sends the text to his wife, but he thinks he's sending it to the stripper. The way he spelled it was very funny. It was like, you were so hot, like SO capital, and then
Yeah.
like hot was capital, like the H in hot, only the
Mhm.
H was like it was like it reminded me of Trump a little bit. Like certain letters were capital, some were not.
Well, yeah,
Punctuation was
I
off.
was willing to forgive that because he's drunk.
He was
Drunk
drunk.
texting is a little off sometimes.
Maybe his
I was
drunk mode
so
is see
good at it
you
though,
soon.
Logan. That is one of the things I regret most about getting sober. I was such an impressive drunk texter, and I can no longer display that to
What do you
people.
mean? You sent five people the same text and fucked up.
That's true, but
That was
it was
bad.
perfectly written out.
It worked though. And it did work with one of them. So
Yeah,
yeah. Did you catch one part where we say, I think it's like during the drug tripping scene, Gerard or somebody says "fuck the police," but they say it
yeah,
and then they cut immediately to O'Shea's face.
yeah. Because his dad wrote that.
Yeah, yep, 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 yep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I felt about that moment. Probably negative, but but I saw it and was like, oh, all right. I feel like my
Yeah,
eyes rolled probably.
yeah, yeah. We all
Whatever.
got it though.
Yeah.
Like it's not even a moment where you're supposed to clap. You're just supposed to go.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
it's the Leonardo
yeah.
DiCaprio meme. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. All right. MVP. We're gonna go 2 stars. I feel like this is a clear two.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Closer to one than three, though. I like doing that. Closer to this than
I
that.
don't think so.
You
I
don't think
might
so?
give this a 2.5 if I gave half
I'd
grades.
feel two. I'd firmly stay at a two. I wouldn't choose one. Definitely not.
Okay.
But I MVP Gerard Butler. Who's the LVP? Oh, Salvatore Esposito is
Yeah,
my pick.
yeah. I think it's clear on this one.
Fuck that guy. And I feel like this guy, Orly Shuka, who
Who's that?
he played Dragon. He played this guy Dragon.
There's a character named Dragon.
I want to say something about him. I think he looked too much like Gerard Butler, so they had to give him like glasses.
Interesting.
So I mean, obviously we can tell who Gerard Butler is, but this guy looked like he had the. By the way, I love Gerard Butler's beard choice. He grows like the middle part, and he like sort of like shaves down the side. It's such a
Yeah.
good Big Nick look, and his hair's like longer pushed back. It's so good. I love
Yeah.
it. He had it
You
in the
know
first
what?
movie too.
You know what was another good scene? When
What?
he ran into the cop on the street, and the cop's like, "Be careful with your new friends." And
Oh.
they like compare notes about being divorced from their wives, and then he says, "Be careful with your new friends." And like at the time, I thought it was like we're on to you. You're a bad guy, but it's because he was working with them.
Oh, I don't even remember that moment, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's a different meaning when you
Yeah,
realize that's I always
that's
love
cool.
all right, that's this movie. We didn't have any comments. What are we doing next week, Daniel?
I want to start a big boy.
You gonna do that?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Let's fucking go. All right. We're gonna start. That word is in the title of this
Whoa,
movie.
take away that space.
Yeah, start rec.
Start wreck.
Okay. Yeah. All right. We're gonna
We'll do that
start.
one week. There's a franchise wreck. One week we'll start wreck.
What's
REC.
rec?
Like it's
Oh, rec.
REC.
Right.
Well, one week we'll start wreck,
That's
but
so
that's not this
dumb.
week.
All right. So
That's so dumb.
we're starting Star Trek the movies
What are we
next week.
doing? How
All right.
many?
All right. There's Jesus Christ. How
We need
many
to make
are
an
there?
edit. We take a break for a
Yeah, yeah.
second.
Is that
All
okay?
right,
Is that okay?
ready? Timeout. Zach Morris. Stop.
We're gonna figure out how they're gonna land. But next week, for your edification, if you want to watch along with us, the Star Trek franchise, we are gonna do the first two. So Star Trek: The Motion Picture from 1979 and Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan.
Wow, I've heard that one is great, Daniel. What about you?
Well, every
Have you seen them?
I've seen most of them.
Hmm.
But the famous thing people say about this franchise is the even numbered ones are the good
True.
ones. Yeah, yeah. So we'll see if that pans
Doesn't
out.
start good. Number one's not good.
It's a little slow.
That's fine. I honestly I can't wait for that because I don't know Star Trek. I want to get
Yeah.
into the world. I want to learn everything there is to know about it.
Well,
So I'm sure I'll like it.
you certainly will. So Star Trek the motion picture and Star Trek 2 The Wrath of Khan next week.
Khan.
Yeah, that he says that. Next
He says
week.
his own name. He says that.
No, Kirk says it.
Oh, okay. Right.
Kirk?
Captain Kirk.
Spock?
Oh, I don't know.
Kirk? No, I think it's Kirk. Um, all right, anyway. Are you excited about that?
I'm very excited, honestly. This is the most excited I've been for franchise since like Apes or something.
All right. All right,
Something
we're
I
doing
don't
it.
really know that well.
And stay tuned, patreon.com/the franchise. We got a good Buffy and Angel coming your way. We've got we're ranking the 25 best picture winners from the current
I got this little board back here to help
millennium.
me.
Yeah.
You can keep track of it.
I have to watch Green Book. It's the only one I haven't seen. I have to watch that tonight, don't I?
Yeah,
We're
I've
doing it
got the King's
tomorrow.
speech.
Yeah. All right.
What did he say in that speech, and why
God
was it so
damn it! I have to
important?
watch fucking Green Book today. That sucks.
I know.
All right. All right. We'll see you next week. Live long
And prosper.
and prosper. And
Oh, I
prosper.
thought you forgot it.
No. Not only should you live long, but you should prosper as well.
And love one another.